boomer sooner, boomer sooner, boomer sooner. Oh yes, boomer sooner, boomer sooner. Da 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 da. If you know what I just sang, put it in the chat. But you know what? We got a show to do, so start the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way, but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, Dawg Knight. And stop the music. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, Dawg Knight. And I'm testing out some things. I reset my mic to a different configuration. Hopefully that'll make some sense. I got the, oh, hey, guess what? I got the jazz started. Yes, let's have some comforting jazz this morning. And I've decided to make today Media Day. So, because over the weekend, a couple things happened that just made me go, oh, I don't know. This might be too mellow. I don't know. Well, we'll see how it goes. I've used this grouping of music for a couple times, and you know, sometimes you just gotta have something smooth happening. But I do have my cup of reparations coffee, and I am ready to go. First though, good morning everybody. C. Thomas was so close to being first. Corbin, you were right there, but Truckin' Bear edged you out, so Truckin' Bear gets the bell. Good morning, Trucking Bear. Also, good morning, Max Del Rio. Good morning to Duck Dog, Maddie, and Cracked. And people are rolling in, but you know what? I'm going to get it started anyway because this past weekend, good Lord, I just don't understand. I don't get what is going on. If you've been paying attention, let's see, it gets to stay mellow when you're talking about stressful stuff. Yes. All right. So, before we even get started, I just want to remind you that the Morning Night Live is brought to you by you, the viewers of the Morning Night Live. Please hit the share button, hit the like button right away. And if you can always change your mind if you decide you didn't like it, but just hit the like button. Do it now before you forget. And then also we don't do super chats through YouTube because I'm not monetized, but we do them through Streamlabs. That link is in the description down below. Let's get into this this nonsense from the weekend. So this dude from the Daily Beast, there was an article. So remember, you know, there was that video, and in fact here, There's a video that this guy shared on Facebook, and the president of the United States retweeted the video. It was about Nancy Pelosi, and I'll be damned. You know, people got all up in arms. No, wait, hold on. Let me backtrack. There was a couple different videos. One was a video that was kind of slowed down, made Nancy sound like she was drunk. Then there was another video that wasn't slowed down, but it was clips of her stumbling over her words, which she does all the time. If you listen to Nancy Pelosi, can I talk like she's about to do this, and she's got to do this, and then there's three things that you got to do, and blah blah blah. Yeah, she does that. That's just her speech pattern. That's not, and I don't know that it's, well, personally, I think it's because she's. Never mind. Anyway, I'm not going to say anything about her being feeble-minded because she's not. She's a fairly smart lady, but she's getting up there, and just like every old person, you tend to start slurring things. But whatever, not important. So this guy puts the video out, right? And I don't even know if it's his own video, but it's on Facebook, and apparently the president, a bunch of people retweeted it because it was a funny thing. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, they have all kinds of videos of Trump. altered and making him look silly, making him look like things he said he didn't say. This one was just one where he slowed it down a little bit, and make it look like she was drunk. In fact, here is I'll just pop this video up on the screen. I think this is the video right here. So watch this. Oh, a little sound. There's no sound. Where's the sound? Oh.
Opportunity to have.
Okay, so here's the video.
We had hoped that we could give this president an opportunity to have a signature infrastructure.
Oh, it's not letting me do it.
To create
jobs,
anyway, to improve the quality of life, to just do so much for our country. On the ongoing, not only the jobs it created by building.
So this is the video that's unaltered. This is how it.
And that included roads and bridges and
I don't know why it's cut off like
transit,
that.
Broadband into rural America and other underserved areas, clean water, wastewater, all of the things that have enormous needs. The American Society of Civil Engineers says it's in the trillions. The deficit we have, we're talking about a couple $2 billion. For some reason, maybe it was lack of confidence on his part.
So, okay, so that's enough of that. So you can see that even in the unaltered, not slowed down version, she kind of slurs her words a little bit and doesn't finish words. It's her affect. It's the way she talks. So then, so this dude on Facebook put on a slowed down version. Blah, 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 whatever. So the Daily Beast puts out this article. They track down... They track down the guy on Facebook and just literally write this long article describing where he's from, where he lives, what he does, he's a day worker, he's a forklift operator, he's from the Bronx, blah, 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 everything about the dude. And it's like, this guy's just some private citizen, some rando dude out there, and he put the video up, and people are defending it. Some of the... They basically dox the guy. And, it's not like he's a public figure. He's just a guy who made a funny video. And everyone's just, after him. So anyway, here's the Daily Caller article. See, I just did a Nancy Pelosi there. Article. I did a Nancy Pelosi. Yeah. Okay, here's the Daily Beast article. The Daily Beast outed Sean Brooks Saturday, claiming that he was responsible for posting the fake drunk Pelosi video that caused a furor among media outlets. The video artificially slowed the speech and mannerisms of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. It was identified as a fake, but not before it had been shared across multiple social media platforms. Brooks, a black 34-year-old day laborer from New York, they outed a black man. Oh my gosh, that's racist, Daily Beast. That's racist! Day laborer from New York became the media's white whale the minute the Pelosi video was labeled fake news. Politicians, pundits, and activists alike called for social media outlets to remove the video from circulation. And while YouTube complied with such requests, Facebook opted to simply label the video as fake. Yeah, YouTube? Really, YouTube? You took a kind of a, I don't know, parody of, or not even a parody, just a joke video off YouTube because it targeted the wrong people. I'll bet you. Well, we'll get to that later. The original unaltered video of Pelosi was shared by Brooke. That was it. 13 minutes later, as the Daily Beast noted, an edited version of the video was shared by Politics Watchdog Facebook page. Facebook and the Daily Beast confirmed that Brooks was an administrator on that page, as well as All News 24/7, where the doctored video minus the Politics Watchdog watermark appeared just 15 minutes later. During a phone interview, Brooks said that he was not responsible for creating the altered video and told the Daily Beast that there were other admins on the Facebook pages who could have posted it. According to the Daily Beast, Facebook confirmed the existence of 6 other admins on the page, but they also reportedly deleted those accounts under their real name policy last week after determining all 6 accounts were controlled by Brooks. Brooks responded late Saturday night by posting what he said was a current screenshot of the page's admin showing that there were a number of other admins still active. So there's the shot he put up. Brooks, who is currently on probation after pleading guilty to domestic battery, argued that the media chose him as the fall guy because of his background. Nah, I'm sure they were looking for a white MAGA hat wearing guy with carrying bleach and some ropes. So here's the Daily Beast tweet. The man behind the viral Pelosi video tells the Daily Beast he couldn't believe President Trump's own attorney shared it. If he believed that she was really drunk and he shared it, that's kind of bad. So he didn't want people to think it was real. We found the guy behind the viral drunk Pelosi video. That video that racked up millions of views and sparked a national conversation was uploaded by a sports blogger from the Bronx. Anyway, so and some people are saying the accuracy of the video is wrong. Well, let's talk about the gentleman, the gentleman who the Daily Beast charged with finding this information. Shall we just check it out? Shall we check it out? Oh, I need another sip. Daily Beast writer, a convicted felon previously banned from the internet, doxes man who made the Pelosi meme video. Oh, let me check the noise here real quick. Thank you, C. Thomas, my friend. Pelosi is a geriatric, low IQ drunkard, and why Californians shouldn't be allowed to make national policy anymore, and any outlet that doxes private citizens for making fun of Democrats should be held legally, criminally responsible. Hey, I will give you a bell for that one, because that is the absolute humdinger of the truth. God, and think about it. So all these people are clamoring for this national popular vote, and how Trump won by 3 million, or excuse me, Hillary won the popular vote, which means nothing in this country, at least for the president. Won the popular vote by, what was it, like 3 million votes? And let's see, in California, Hillary won the popular vote by like 4 or 5 million votes. So the entire gap is because of the state of California. If you're talking about the popular vote, think about how California runs right now. Think of everything you hear about California these days. Poop on the street in San Francisco. They have municipal human waste cleaners walking around San Francisco cleaning up human excrement from their streets. In Los Angeles, it's rat infested, and there's strains of typhoid and typhus have been found. Diseases that haven't been in this country for 40 years. Really, California, and then they sabotage their own water supply. Thanks, Governor Jerry Brown. And homelessness abounds in supposedly woke utopia, California. Do you really want California having control over the policies of the rest of the country? Hell no. Anyway, let's talk about this jackass. So, a Daily Beast writer, Kevin Polson, who was previously banned from the internet for committing espionage against the United States, has doxed the man who made the infamous doctored video of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, in which her vocal pitch was lowered and the video was purposely slowed to make her seem even less articulate than usual. Yeah, she's not the most articulate person. So, by the way, a couple people popped in. Mad Cat, how you doing? Mad Cat, you're new. I'm welcome. Good morning, RVA. Good morning, Necro. Good morning. Who else showed up? Maddie's House of Geek. But Maddie, you're here twice, or did I just see you twice? Anyway, MC. Hammer Time. Can't touch this. And let's see. And D. Is that a DT freighter? Freighter Watcher. Okay. All right. Good morning. Welcome. And Maniac Man, too. All right. The man who big league politics will not name out of respect for his privacy. His name's everywhere now, so I want to feel bad about saying his name from the last article, but he's national celebrity. So anyway, is a manual laborer and African American. Those racists, who runs a series of Facebook pages and websites promoting President Donald Trump and conservative policies. His name and identity were not public information prior to Polson, a former black hat hacker who was banned from using the internet from the 1990s until the early 2000s, revealed it in his Daily Beast article. Polson revealed the man's employment history, where he has lived and is currently residing. I mean, this is serious doxing. And it's intentional. They want to inflame people and want to shame this guy and to he's a day laborer. He goes out and gets work on a daily basis. He's forklift certified, and come on, they just want to ruin the guy's life. There's no other reason they wrote that article than to try to ruin this guy's life and make him not able to work or not able to do anything. There's no other reason. That's not an informational thing. They're not speaking truth to power. This guy is a powerless guy, just a guy who has a Facebook page, like many of us. Where he lived, currently he's like a run-in with the law, an outstanding California arrest warrant, and his first and last name. Prior to Polson's article, this information was not all publicly available, meaning this episode may fit the legal definition of doxing. I think this guy has a case. Ironically, the video creator's life story pales in comparison to Polson's, exposed by a Twitter user and noted CPL Avenatti critic beyond reason doubt. Okay, that's his Twitter handle. So here's the deal on this guy that wrote the article. In November 1989, Polson was indicted on 19 counts of conspiracy, fraud, wiretapping, and money laundering. If convicted, the charges could have brought him up to 37 years in jail. But Polson did not go quietly. He fled. And was beyond the reach of law enforcement for 17 months. Polson had burrowed deep into the giant switching networks of Pacific Bell, exploring and exploiting nearly every element of its computers. His forays led to a now infamous incident with KIIS-FM in Los Angeles. Each week, the station ran the Win a Porsche by Friday contest, with a $50,000 Porsche given to the 102nd caller after a particular sequence of songs announced earlier in the day was played. On the morning of June 1st, 1990, a trio of songs was played on the air. Businessmen, students, housewives, and contestant fanatics jammed the lines with autodialers and car phones. But Polson had a different method. He and his associates stationed at their computers seized control of the station's 25 telephone lines, blocking all calls but their own. He dialed the 102nd call and later collected his Porsche 944. Now, I'm laughing for two reasons. One, just because of how big of a jagoff he was. And two, he won probably the worst Porsche ever made. But I just digress. But that wasn't all. He allegedly wiretapped the intimate phone calls of a Hollywood actress, conspired to steal classified military orders, cracked an army computer, and scooped into an FBI investigation of former Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos, all while working on national security matters. So this guy's not a good guy at all. DW. Let's see there. What did I miss here? Did I miss somebody? Okay, I haven't so far. Also, then then Polson revealed as much when writing for Exile. 18 months after my release, with 1 year of probation remaining, my probation officer was ready to let me loose on the net. But the proposal came with a caveat. I had to find an internet service provider that would agree to monitor my actions and give my PO, parole officer, access to the traffic reports on demand. Yes, I was in. I now knew enough about the net from the mainstream media to suppose that it was rife with surveillance and snooping, as with hardcore porn and illegal gambling. I thought it would be a breeze. So anyway, so this is not a good dude. It's ironic that the guy who goes out and doxes the guy they're looking for is not a good guy at all. He's a jackass. So anyway, so good job, Daily Beast. Way to go. Yeah. All right. Moving on. Oh, I got another. I heard of that bell again. Just a second here. We have another super chat. Oh, Nancy Pelosi. Oh my gosh. Lady Speaker, thank you for joining the Morning Night Live. Nancy Pelosi with a $2 super chat. How dare you besmirch? Oh, how dare... Oh, here. How dare you besmirch my good name by calling me drunk? Where am I again? Well, thank you, Speaker Pelosi. I appreciate you watching the Morning Night Live. Hey, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, hit the share button, hit the like, and thank you for the super chat via Streamlabs link down in the description below. All right, moving on. So today, the rest of it, I'm kind of going by the seat of my pants. But so anyway, oh, by the way, I did. I was all over this. My one. This is one of my. One of my more retweeted things. I'm not very viral, but this one. For me, this is viral. If I get 55 retweets and 97 likes on something, I must have said something right. Wait, let me get this straight. The Daily Beast has a convicted felon on their staff, convicted of hacking phone company and FBI computer systems, doxing a brother who drives a forklift in Brooklyn because one of his meme videos, I'm starting to talk like Nancy Pelosi. This is killing me. One of his meme videos went viral. Good morning, Diesel Dave. So there you go. Did I even tweet out this today? Did I tweet out my show today? Tell you what, somebody tweet out my show and I'll retweet for you. You can hit the share button and hit tweet and I'll do that. Did anyone do this yet? Oh yeah, Necro did. There, I'll I'll retweet Necro. Thank you, Necro. Thank you very much. All right, moving on. Let's see. I was into some headlines earlier. Let's get rid of this. I'll close that. Let's see. Oh man. Did you all see this weekend there was some kind of Democratic candidate forum? And what's her name? Kamala Harris was on stage and some dude rushed the stage, took her microphone from her. It was just weird. This dude, hang on, let me shoot that window. So... Crazed animal rights protester storms stage, attacks Kamala Harris at campaign stop. Now, that's kind of, I don't know if he attacked her. He just took the mic and wanted to say some shit. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Senator Kamala Harris, Democratic California, may be amongst the most progressive candidates competing for the 2020 Democratic nomination. But apparently she's still not progressive enough for everyone who attended the MoveOn.org candidate forum on Saturday. In a horrifying... it is kind of horrifying. The security was very bad at this event. But let me continue. In a horrifying moment captured on Twitter, Harris was speaking about the so-called wage gap when a self-described animal rights protester named Aiden Cook rushed onto the stage and casually ripped the microphone from Harris's hand. Unable to get security into the mix quickly enough, Harris's husband and MoveOn's public affairs directors, Karine Jean-Pierre, were forced to use their bodies to shield Harris from Cook. Yeah, this was kind of a, I would say this is a bit of a scary moment. Here, I'm going to start it over here.
Of your first big idea on the gender pay gap. Not everyone works for a corporation. Yes. And a big... Hey. Hello. Oh, hi. Just a minute, sir. Whoa.
Thank you so much.
Now, what's
sir,
crazy
for your
about
big
this
idea, but we want to make
is
sure that we are
the
able
guy
to
had a
get through
press
this.
pass on. So this guy had it was weird. Let's see. I'm asking your attention, blah, blah, blah. Let's see if it says it in here. And like this says, fortunately, the attack wasn't a violent one. Cook simply felt it was his right to speak on stage. And before anyone could say anything, grabbed the mic from Harrison, began his own tirade. After being escorted off stage, Cook told the media that he believed he was being respectful. Yeah, now I saw a lot of people on... saw a lot of people on Twitter claiming, this is someone who's trying to silence a black woman, and black women, this is the kind of stuff that black women deal with. Really, let me think about this. When has a protester ever gone onto the stage and tried to take over a microphone? What's that dude's name that ran for president? Well, no, he ran for the nomination because Hillary Clinton and the Democratic National Committee made it impossible for him to be the nominee. But what was that dude's name? Bernie Sanders. Remember when the two young Black Lives Matter activists stormed the stage and demanded to be heard on the microphone? But clearly this is a problem. It could have been a really, really bad situation, and that's why I'm glad nothing bad happened to Kamala Harris, even though I would never vote for her. But man, I'm not going to say it's always the leftist, but it just seems like, it's often the leftist. Animal rights protesters, I'd like to call them what they are. Environmental terrorists. Well, Dawg, I can't say that I can disagree with you. Did you notice all those strong, independent women took charge and escorted him out? Oh, wait, men were required. And I'm not, I don't begrudge that at all. But I, it's just strange, man. It's just strange that they didn't have better security for an event like that. Maybe they think that it's all going to be sunshine and roses. I don't know. All right, let's move on. Let's see what else here. What else did I hit over the weekend? Oh man, so we do have quite the mishmash of Democratic candidates running for president, and there's one gentleman. And his name is John Hickenlooper. John Hickenlooper. And I honestly, before he started to run for president, I don't know that I could have picked John Hickenlooper out of a lineup. But he had a little issue this past weekend too. So apparently, John Hickenlooper was booed for saying socialism is not the answer. Oh, from San Francisco, California, the welcoming cheers 2020 presidential hopeful John Hickenlooper received when he first graced the stage in California's Democratic Convention quickly crumbled into boos and jeers after he rejected socialism as the answer to Democrats' problems. If we want to beat Donald Trump and achieve big progressive goals, socialism is not the answer, Hickenlooper said to a crowd of more than 4,500 delegates and observers on Saturday. Before he could finish his next sentence, a chorus of boos along with a sea of waving Bernie signs overtook his speech, lasting more than 30 seconds. The moment prompted Hickenlooper to attempt a smile and eventually break for his remarks to add, if we're not careful, we're going to end up helping to re-elect the worst president in history. The former California governor is one of 15 Democratic candidates to address the San Francisco crowd, which is known to be home to some of the party's furthest left progressives. So here's
only two Democrats that year
hang on.
swing state.
So here we go. Watch this.
We know it is absolutely essential to beat Donald Trump, but it is not sufficient. We must address the divisions that are tearing us apart. We must tackle the kitchen table challenges facing Americans. But let me be clear. If we want to beat Donald Trump and achieve big progressive goals, socialism is not the answer.
What?
I was reelected. I was reelected in a purple
Maddie,
state in
Maddie, you're so right.
2014,
He's not lying.
one of the worst years for Democrats in a quarter century. If we're not careful, we're going to end up helping to reelect the worst president in American history.
Wait, Hillary never became president? What is he talking
I
about?
was one of only 2 Democrats that year to win in a swing state. And as governor, I worked with nonprofits and business, with Democrats and Republicans.
Okay, so he's tooting his own
And
horn
we
now. I don't care.
achieved-
But hey, yeah, I don't know if you're going to go to California and say that. You should think twice, because that ain't working. All right, moving on. What else we got? Oh no, did I close that link? All right, hang on. I'm going to pull up this link again, because we're going to talk mostly about news or media stuff today. Where is there we go. Let me find it here. There we go. Sorry about the technical difficulty, or more like my brain fart difficulty. Foreign affairs. First Amendment. Oh, yeah. So apparently, we've talked a lot about immigration, and that's a big topic right now between the people who are trying to the people who are successfully crossing the border illegally in record numbers, and then also the wall being built and different sections of the wall being built. Well, there's also been a discussion about some of the people who are coming in to the country may not be what we would call savory individuals. There may be some that are coming across that are criminal elements and just have bad things. Well, so our media, you know how our media is, really cares about these topics, right? And I really want to make sure that the country's safe. And why am I lying? Here's a great article to hear. Hey, the New York Times unmasks the Honduran community fighting MS-13. God. The New York Times unmasked a group of freedom fighters in Honduras who dared to take on the much-feared MS-13 gang. The U.S. publication printed their names and published photographs of their faces, families, and homes, allegedly without permission, thus putting targets on the members of the self-defense group. Wow. Let's talk, it's doxing's all the rage these days. In outrage, an author in Honduras called out the New York Times in a column for the local publication Contra Corriente for exposing the community to the wrath of the brutal gang. Rather than simply tell their story, the foreign journalists from the Times turned the freedom fighters into easy targets by outing their identities and printing photographs of the group and their loved ones, as well as marking the location of their homes. Can you believe? No. Not MS-13 is not the self-defense group. The group that's fighting MS-13 is the self-defense group. I don't know why that's... So I hope that explains it. On May 4th, the New York Times published a story by Azam Ahmed with photographs by Tyler Hicks, headline, "Inside Gang Territory in Honduras. Either they kill us or we kill them," about a community in a rough neighborhood of San Pedro Sula called Rivera Hernandez. Locals claim the publication of their personal information will speed up the death they had been waiting for, wrote Juan Jose Martinez de Abuncian, or something like that, a local author who has written various books on MS-13. The report goes over the history of a group of young men who decided to fight MS-13 to keep it from entering their neighborhood and the destruction that MS-13 brings, Martinez wrote. As it was expected, they lost. Some were kidnapped and some ran away. The people from the neighborhood, including men and women, have taken up the fight against the great gang. The article by the Times tells the tale of a losing side in a great detail, providing vital information of the self-defense group, including their names, photographs, locations of their homes, the vehicle that one of them uses, and even the photographs of the 2 daughters of one individual. If they were a nuisance for the MS-13 gang, now they are a special target. Wow. Wow. Way to go, New York Times. Oh, man. You just got to wonder, are they doing this intentionally? It's why would they do that? That is just awful. All right, what the hell did I do here? Oh, I see, just a backspace. Man, I mean, do you think they're doing it on purpose? It's like, that's the kind of shit that just pisses me off, man. Just makes me mad. Hey, good morning, Nate. Nate138. You must be new too. Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone is well for another day in paradise. Yeah, unless you're fighting MS-13 in Honduras and a New York Times and a New York Times reporter comes your way. Holy shit, I can't believe that. Where were we at here? I don't know why my page keeps closing on me. I did not hit any kind of thing to close it. All right, next one. So the president is visiting Great Britain and was talking about Meghan Markle. What's her name? Markle? Meghan Markle, the lovely young lady who married Prince Harry. And so CNN, of course, decides that, CNN, I don't want to call them the Clinton News Network anymore because they don't even talk about Clinton anymore. What the Con Artist News Network? I mean, they are just so spicy, so spicy. That's my fake Italian. CNN misleads about Trump's Meghan Markle comments. Trump's comments, given Markle's historic nastiness about him, were incredibly polite and measured. So the fake news merchants at CNN struck again Friday after President Trump gave an interview to Britain's Sun newspaper ahead of his visit to the United Kingdom. Speaking to the pro-establishment anti-Trump reporter Tom Newton-Dunn, the U.S. president spoke of his, some say, misplaced adoration of former Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson, as well as lamenting how the new Duchess of Sussex was impolite about him during the 2016 election campaign. CNN believed this was another chance to take a dig at Trump, and The Guardian neatly followed suit. Describing his comments, CNN reported in its headline, quote, "Trump tells The Sun, Meghan Markle is nasty." Now, describing his... Okay, so the high run on CNN's televised segment on the matter read, quote, "Trump calls Meghan Markle nasty ahead of UK trip." Now, except in context, it's clear that President Trump didn't mean to call Markle nasty. He meant to call her comments nasty. So let's see if they got this here. Fake news is at it again, falsely claiming President Trump called Meghan Markle nasty. Here's what he actually said. Listen for yourself. So listen to this. I didn't put this over here. Take a listen to this.
Meghan, who's now the Duchess of Sussex,
right.
We've given her a different name. She can't make it because she's got maternity leave. Are you sorry not to see her because she wasn't so nice about you during the campaign? I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't know that, no.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. No, I hope she's okay. I did not know that, no.
She said she'd move to Canada if you got elected. Turned out she moved to Britain.
Well, that would be good. There are a lot of people moving here. So, what can I say? No, I didn't know that she was nasty.
Is it good having an American princess then, Mr. President? Is that
Well,
sort of help the links?
I think it's nice. I think it's nice, and I'm sure she'll do excellently. She'll She'll be very good. She'll be very good. I hope she does.
So, oh my gosh! And there's a picture of the Chiron. Trump calls Meghan Markle nasty ahead of her trip. Now, clearly, he was speaking about her comments. You know, I didn't know she was nasty. But I hope she does well. She'll be excellent. I hope the best for her. I'm so bad she's feeling well. I hope she's okay. Everything else about what he said about her was actually pretty nice. So here it is again, the transcript. She can't make it because she has maternity leave. Are you sorry not to see her? Because she wasn't so nice about you during the campaign. I don't know if you saw that. I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that. I hope she's okay. I did not know that. No. She said she'd move to Canada if you got elected. Now this guy's just trying to, he's trying to get something out of Trump. It turned out she moved to Britain. There are a lot of people moving here to the U.S. So what can I say? No, I didn't know she was nasty. Is it good having an American princess then, Mr. President? Does that help the link? I think it's nice. And I'm sure she will do excellently. She will be very good. I hope she does. He's obviously, oh man. So, but this is, part of it, granted, part of it is how Trump puts thoughts into words, and it's easily taken out of context because sometimes he leaves out words that probably would fill in a lot of these blanks. But it was obviously by listening to that interview that he wasn't calling her nasty. He specifically was just saying that, I didn't know she made a nasty comment, whatever. And then he was very complimentary for immediately in the next couple sentences he made. So, I get tired of, I get tired of defending Trump. But the media is so bad, it makes you just want to go, you lying, cheating bastards. Oh man. Okay. Let's see. What's another one here? Oops, I didn't want to do that. Far more than a culture war rages in America. I'm going to skip that one. Oh, yeah. So we're talking about this viral video on Facebook that, the guy got doxxed for. But, there's some other videos that come out on Facebook that seem to be just fine. Media outlet tied to Qatar tricks young liberal Americans into spreading anti-American propaganda, experts say. AJ Plus has become a major video creator on Facebook, with its viral videos in the style of BuzzFeed or Now This targeting liberal millennials. But unknown to some, it's actually a branch of Al Jazeera and is owned by the government of Qatar, a Middle Eastern nation long accused of meddling in the affairs of other countries. The AJ Plus videos often focus on progressive ideals and are framed in a way that emphasizes the divisions in U.S. policy and politics. And Facebook doesn't just disclose the Qatar connection on videos AJ Plus posts. Oh, really? They're not telling you where they're from? They're not letting you know that they don't have a little disclaimer telling you that this is a foreign government trying to manipulate your views on the world? Huh. And apparently hasn't blocked its content even as the social media platform cracks down on fake news and hidden foreign influence. Huh. I thought that was all the rage. I thought we were supposed to be making sure that we didn't have hidden foreign influence on our elections, on our culture, on the division we have in the United States. AJ Plus is just fine to Facebook. They're run by a foreign government. Okay. Let's see. If AJ Plus reaches a larger audience with its facade of progressivism, it doesn't mean Qatar is more progressive. It just means its influence campaign is more effective. A researcher with the Community for Accuracy in Middle East Reporting in America, Gilad Eni told the Daily Caller News Foundation, YouTube labels AJ Plus videos with a disclaimer that says Al Jazeera. Oh, they do have a disclaimer. Oh, maybe they didn't before. Let's see. A disclaimer that says Al Jazeera is funding in whole or in part by the Qatari government and includes a link to Wikipedia. It is the same label that appears on material from RT, previously known as Russia Today. Okay, so they have started. They must have just started doing that, because I've seen those videos on Facebook and there was never a warning. But yeah, so oh, that's because YouTube labels them. Okay, Facebook does not. On Facebook, excuse me. On Facebook, there is no such warning, even as the social network has devoted massive efforts to stopping fake news and foreign meddling. The foreign government-funded news outlet that in May published a video denying the Holocaust. Oh yeah, did you see that? Yeah, they put the American version of AJ Plus versus the the Qatar version of AJ Plus have two different sets of programming. And they had a video that was not just denying the Holocaust, but just basically dismissing it as a plot by the Israelis to gain sympathy, and as though it never happened. It was terrible. They finally took that one down though. Let's see. They published a video denying the Holocaust and. Oh, I see. Let's see. AJ Plus exists almost entirely through social media, primarily Twitter and Facebook. Being aware of the outlet's connection to Qatar is crucial. At first, its videos seem progressive, calling out racism, intolerance, sexism, and poverty in America. Yet much of Qatar's foreign-born population are essentially slaves, and women have limited rights. Members of Congress have made calls to make Al Jazeera register as a foreign agent, and neighboring countries in the Middle East have called on Qatar to close the news outlets. Yeah, it's funny because they do, really left-wing woke propaganda, and a lot of it's okay. So here's, for example, here's a couple examples of things AJ Plus puts out. 65 years ago today, the Supreme Court ruled that state-sanctioned segregation of public schools was illegal, but children of color still face inequalities. This hearing blasted the Trump administration for failing to honor the 1954 Brown versus Board of Education ruling, which is complete bullshit. But you got to remember, why would what would the Trump administration, how would they failing to honor the 54 Brown versus Board of Education ruling? The federal government doesn't run school systems. Local school systems run school systems within each state. The federal government, what is he talking about? I don't know. A transgender woman in an Illinois men's prison is suing the corrections department. She wants to be moved to a women's facility. She says she was raped and repeatedly assaulted by other prisoners, and officers ignored her complaints. She has attempted suicide several times. Now that's an interesting case because obviously that's the kind of stuff they put out, and that's bad anyway. But I don't know what can they do with her? Women probably don't want her in a women's prison. I don't know. That's an issue. I'm like, I thank my lucky stars that my kids don't go through that. But who knows? My kids grew up in a stable home. I should even say that. I'm sure there's plenty of transgender people that grew up in stable homes too. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that's it on some other propaganda you get from other places that you don't always know you're getting propaganda from. What's the next one? Okay, that was it for those. Let's see. Well, let's move on to Twitter trends because it's about that time. So let's get in there and let's see what people are going to be talking about for the rest of the day on Twitter. Before I check here real quick, come and join. Thank you, Truck and Bear, for for let's see who put these out. Oh, thank you, Sarah Trucker Bear. I'll just hit the retweet on those too because I like to retweet that stuff. All right, gotta go. Let's take it easy. Hey, Corbin, thank you so much, and thank you for the super chats. By the way, just a reminder, the Morning Night Live is brought to you by you. Corbin, take advantage of the super chat function. Thank you so much, and we'll see you later. That is down in the description down below through Streamlabs. There's a Streamlabs link down there. But even if you're not going to super chat, you can help me out by sharing the videos and streams that I do on the channel, and also by clicking the like button. But remember, the like button doesn't do anything but count as interaction for the channel. That, along with sharing is really the big one for me right now as I try to grow the channel. Okay, so let's get into Twitter trends. Today, a lot of times I check out Twitter trends beforehand. Today we're going in cold. So let's just see what's trending on Twitter. We're going to talk about and what people are going to be talking about today. So, the first two are Mondays. Every Monday, the Monday ones are popping. So we'll just do one or two Monday motivations. Oh, let's see. Cyrus McQueen. One of these men was called a stone cold loser. One of these men is a stone cold loser. The picture of an imbecile is worth 1,000 imbecilic words. Well, somebody's got to hate somebody, so, just how it is. That's kind of the the Trump hates. The TDS is strong in this one. There we go. Now let's actually find one good Monday. Oh, there's a good Monday motivation. I'll just scroll past that. I'm sure that motivates some people, but what the hell? Oh my God. What are people doing here? All right, hang on. Jeez, I didn't think I'd have to censor Monday motivation. What the hell is going on here? Apparently people decided to put their body parts in Monday motivation. Let me find one good one before we move on. Oh, here we go. Be somebody who makes others feel like somebody. Okay, we'll try this one. And then I'm going to get the hell past this because this is messed up, man. Who's putting all this stuff on my Twitter feed? Be somebody who makes others feel like somebody. Okay, that's nice. All right, there we go. Yeah, more good one, Check Your Logic. By the way, hello. Check Your Logic says, Monday motivation, more like Monday demonetization. Well, thankfully, I'm not monetized, but hey, I don't want my channel to go down because of any particular Monday motivation. All right, moving on. Monday morning's number 2. We'll skip that. But the big news today is Donald Trump's UK visit. And oh my, the TDS is not just an American thing. There's plenty of TDS in London and in the Great Britain. But the big news is Donald Trump did arrive in, let's see, he arrived in London. Now he's arriving at Buckingham Palace to meet the Queen. Just a little footage here. Oh, so let's see. Donald and Melania. Now, it's interesting because the last time the president went to London and he and the Queen had a nice chat, apparently, and they walked around, and he had a little trouble because she walks rather slow, and he ended up going in front of her, and then he waited for her. But there was a big stink about the last time he went there because they said, well, he was being rude. He walked out in front of her, and he slowed down, waited, made sure that she walked in front of him, did the right things, whatever. But people just hate Trump so bad. Oh, there we go. Hi, real Donald Trump. Just so you know, you're widely unpopular here in Britain. Sad. People really don't like you, although they love Barack Obama. Hope you like seeing your failing approval numbers projected in the Tower of London. Well, good for you. More TDS. Oh, so what's going on over there? Good morning. You alright? Oh, really? Oh. Alright. Huh. Here, hang on a second here. Hang on, people. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry for the dead air there. All right, so back on to, let's see, let's put this back up. All right, so let's see, what else are people saying about Trump's visit? Before the crook even landed, he called the mayor of London a stone cold loser. His apologies to everyone in the UK. We're trying to get him impeached, and we're definitely voting him out next year. Oh, not so fast, Ryan Knight. That may or may not happen. Nice try. We will see. Wait, we'll try to vote him out next year. Next year? Yeah, 2020. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not so confident about any of that you just said. Donald Trump tweeted, "Oh no, this is real. This is a parody account. Just met the Queen of England, shook her hand. I squeezed really, really hard. My hand still hurts. She had a very weak handshake. I'm so much stronger than her. Gotta go. She keeps looking at me. Okay, that's humorous. I'll give you a little. I'll give you humor. Yes, Sarah. Thanks for asking. May or may not get into another time. But all right. Don't let Fox fool you about the numbers. This is the crowd outside Buckingham Palace right now while President Trump is having lunch with the Queen. More people down at your local garden center on a hot day." Well, I don't think people were invited to come to Buckingham Palace. And generally, I'm assuming that there'd be more protesters. All right, we're gonna move on because that everyone's gonna. We'll hear all the news and nonsense about that tomorrow. Number 4 is Monday Thoughts. We'll skip that one. Buckingham Palace, because that's where the president is right now. Let's see what Army Selka Day is. I'm not familiar with this. Oh, maybe not. Does this have something to do? Okay, I don't care. Don't care. It's something with having to do with K-pop. Oh, Elaine Chow. Okay, the Daily. Well, this is the Daily Beast, so everything the Daily Beast puts out, I'm gonna give you a giant salt lick to go with it. They're saying that Elena Chow sought inappropriate China meeting for her family business, execs say. Transportation Secretary Elena Chow requested to hold alarmingly inappropriate meetings between her family's shipping company and Chinese government officials, an investigation by the New York Times shows. In October 2017, Chow reportedly asked federal officials to help arrange travel to China for at least one family member and have them included in meetings with officials. She had these relatives who were fairly wealthy and connected to the shipping industry, said a State Department official. Their business interests were potentially affected by meetings. The trip was reportedly canceled by Chow after ethics concerns were raised with the state and transportation departments. So wait a minute. She arranged something, but as soon as they said that this may not be ethical, the trip was reportedly canceled. They canceled the trip. Okay. After ethics concerns were raised with the state and transportation departments. Okay, so if it was... It was inappropriate, so they canceled it. Let's see. So let's see what the Twitters say. The New York Times expose on Elena Chow and her family business ties to the Chinese government as companies is shocking and cries out for congressional oversight and investigation. Thread. DOT officials sent hundreds of emails and spent months planning a trip for Elaine Chao. They even designed a logo for the luggage. Elaine Chao took a particular interest in picking out gifts for officials she would meet in China. Okay. Okay, well, if she did something wrong, well, fine. Oh, that's congressional oversight is fine. But apparently the trip was canceled. This mandatory reading on how Secretary of Transportation Elaine Chao tried to use her taxpayer dollar-funded position to promote her family international shipping company. The family business has funneled millions. The family business... The family business has funneled millions to Chow's husband, Mitch McConnell, and his campaigns. Let's see. It's a family business. So I'm assuming if it's a family business, it's probably her money. How do you have your own, if you funnel your own money into your campaign, isn't that legal? There's no limits on how much you can personally spend on your own campaign. Maybe I'm missing something. I will have to look at that a little deeper. So anyway, so there will be people talking. I bet you hear the lock her up chant today. People will be right. I'm sure, and I'm not even a click, but I guarantee in some of those threads, the 3 words "lock her up" are going to be in there. Okay, well, if she did something dirty, do the oversight, do whatever you need to do, and sanction her or whatever it takes. But the trip was canceled. The trip was canceled. Moving on. Westminster Abbey, more Trump trip. Bon Iver, don't know who that is or what that is. Bon Iver returns. He has 2 new songs. He must be a singer, and I am not familiar, so go to hell, Bon Iver. The Best Western. Oh, what's this going to be about? Please tell me it's a black person working at the desk next door at the Best Western, and you called him to give him the heads up. I don't even know why is Best Western? If I ever hit you with the Best Western is next door, just know I ain't hearing anything you're saying. It's above me. There's got to be some. Who knows? The Best Western is next door. Officially took me out. I don't know what this is about, and I'm not 100% sure I care. Let's see what we got over here in the super chat box, or maybe I have a new subscription. Oh, Chicago Mike, thank you so much. Chicago Mike donated $10 saying, thanks P-Dog for the commute to work. Hi ho. It's off to work I go. Have a great day. Thank you, Chicago Mike, for the $10 super chat via Streamlabs, which is in the link down below. Let's see here. Quest Diagnostics. A major blood testing provider, Quest Diagnostics, warns that 12 million customers may have had information breached. Oh, hooray, hooray, hooray. Let's read this one. Quest Diagnostics, okay. Quest Diagnostics, one of the biggest... Whoa. Did that just get way, way louder to you? Or is it just me? All right, maybe not. Anyway, Quest Diagnostics, one of the biggest blood testing providers in the country, warned Monday that nearly 12 million of its customers may have had personal, financial, and medical information breached due to an issue with one of its vendors. In a filing with security regulators, Quest said it was notified that between August 1st, 2018 and March 30th, 2019, someone had unauthorized access to the systems of AMCA, a billing collections vendor. The information on AMCA's affected system include financial information, credit card numbers, and bank account information, medical information, and other personal information, i.e. social security numbers, Quest said in the filing. Oh, that's because... Okay, oh, that's why. I'm like, there's noise in the background. Yeah, so, yep, another data breach. Boy, it's everywhere. Yeah, I saw that. We hear a video. I don't know what happened there. Anyway. Yeah, there was a really loud music. I don't even know if it was the music I was playing. Anyway. All right, so that's why Quest Diagnostics is trending. You probably won't hear a ton about that today. I think we'll hear more about people who hate Trump in Great Britain than anything. The Gathering. What's The Gathering? Let's see. Huge announcement time. Netflix and Wizards of the Coast are teaming up with Joe and Anthony Russo to make a Magic the Gathering anime series and teaser of Chandra Has Me Asking Questions. So apparently they're going to have a Magic the Gathering movie or animated series. I don't play Magic the Gathering. Any of you out there playing Magic the Gathering? I just don't. Goodbye, Duck Dog. Have a good day. Also, I think someone else just popped out. DL. Is it DL or DT? I can't even see it. DT Freighter Watcher? I can't see it. Maybe I should look on here. Let me check here real quick. I can't see this. All right, hang on. Let's go into my chat here. Or do I even... Oh, did I even leave it on? Let's see. Oh, it is DL Freighter. DL Freighter Watcher. All right, man. Have a good day. Thank you for coming today. So anyway, Magic the Gathering is going to have a animated series on Netflix. Yippee. Sometimes you go, Sudan. There's a kind of a revolution, or not, there's a big uprising in the Sudan. Apparently, Sudan's security forces move against protesters. According to a doctor's committee, at least 13 people died after Sudanese security forces entered the site of a sit-in in Khartoum. It's been kind of a mess. There were some pictures of a protest that had one of those iconic photos. There was a woman standing on top of a vehicle talking to people. There's major upheaval in Sudan. So and it probably doesn't get as much of the world's attention as maybe it should. But it's just it's sad. So that's why Sudan is trending. Now let's just go Stone Cold Loser. Well, when Trump tweets, here's the pattern, because it wasn't just like the president out of the blue called the mayor of London a Stone Cold Loser. It was well, here's the tweet. Sadiq Khan, who by all accounts has done a terrible job as mayor of London, has been foolishly nasty to the visiting president of the United States, by far the most important ally of the United Kingdom. He is a stone cold loser who should focus on crime in London, not me. Khan reminds me very much of the very dumb and incompetent mayor of New York City, de Blasio, who has also done a terrible job. Only half his height. Only half his height. Oh my gosh. You know what? Oh my gosh. In any event, I look forward to being a great friend to the United Kingdom and am looking very much forward to my visit landing now. Oh, yeah. And then, of course, the headline, doesn't tell you what the London mayor said about Trump when he responded with that. The headlines are Trump attacks London mayor for a second day. Oh, my goodness. God. And then, of course, the Trump diplomacy starter pack called the first mixed-race member of the royal family nasty, which he did not do, which we just read all about that. Oh, good Lord. So, yeah, everything Trump is going to be... It'll be a lovely day of Trump in London. Everyone's going to be talking about it. It may somehow trend number one today. All right, so Stone Cold Loser, thanks to President Donald Trump, is trending. All right, let's see. Now, the last few, do I care about any of the rest? Interesting. National Review, the rights grifter problem. Now, this is interesting. Come out of National Review, written by Jim Garrity. He's kind of one of those, somewhat of a never Trump dude, but that's okay. He's allowed to have his opinions. Oh, Facebook story. Let me, I'll figure that one out in a minute. All right, I don't want to click it there. Nope. Don't do that. What the hell? Oh, okay. And that's my timer there. Making the click-through worthwhile, a rare single-topic jolt this morning as I've watched the 2 millionth The Problem with Conservatism is People Like You, The Solution for Conservatism is People Like Me debate, and I'm just sick and tired of so many of our brethren averting their eyes from the big, glaring, worsening problem that rips off so many decent, hard-working folks. The huge albatross to the conservative movement that few want to talk about. Back in 2013, conservative strike force PAC raised $2.2 million in funds vowing to support Ken Cuccinelli's campaign for governor in Virginia. Court filings and FEC records showed that the PAC only contributed $10,000 to Cuccinelli's effort. Back in 2014, Political Research 33 political action committees that claimed to be affiliated with the Tea Party and counted small donors with email and direct mail appeals and found that they raised $43 million, 74% which came from small donors. The PAC spent only $3 million on ads and contributions to boost the long-shot candidates often touted in the appeals, compared to the $39.5 million on operating expenses, including $6 million in firms owned or managed by the operatives who run the PACs. Back in 2015, Right Wing News reviewed the financial filings of 21 prominent conservative PACs and found the 10 groups at the bottom of their list spent $54.3 million. Okay, hang on, I'm gonna have to pause here for a second. I'm sorry. One more time. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, I hate to cut the show short today, but we have some things going on that I need to take care of. So we will be back with you tomorrow, same time. We're here Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, and 2 p.m. GMT. And yes, everything's going to be just fine. We just have to take care of some stuff. So apologize for cutting the show short. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the super chats, people who've been doing that. Thank you for participating in the chat and the likes and the shares. Really appreciate you guys. But I do have to cut it short today. So thank you for being here for the Morning Night Live. My name is Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here. Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and I want to thank you for joining me today on the Dawg Knight channel. Before you go, if you like what you saw and you're not already subscribed, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below, and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, and 2 p.m. GMT. A special thanks to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through our Streamlabs link in the description below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.